What did you think about The Last Dance? You think? I know MJ he started, he was drinking and talking, and he got the last. I think a lot of people was mad because they see when they interview you, they ask you a lot of questions, but at the end of the day, he got to control the remote control. A lot of guys pissed because they asked him stuff and they made these statements, but I guess he might not like what they said, so okay, we'll back that up and go another way. See, a lot of guys feel like they were thrown under the bus.
Well, yeah, I remember when I interviewed Craig Hodges and I said, what do you think about the way Jordan was portrayed as being verbally abusive to his fellow players? And he's like, what are you talking about? This is what we do all the time. This is just so normal in practice to trash talk each other. I do it to him. He does it to me. But the way it was presented in the documentary is like, this guy's like this abusive guy.
Nobody is harder on you on a professional level than your teammates. So I guarantee you, if a baseball player is going through a batting slump, some of his teammates coming by telling him, man, you can't get your way out of a wet paper bag. And it's the same thing on the pro level. Oh, man, so we would have shooting games and somebody's going through a shooting slump and you tell them, coach, don't put him on my team. So it would be times on how are you going to bring your muster to make sure that you're ready. And that's the thing that I applaud Scotty and Horace and BJ and Stacy and Scott Williams on how they accepted understanding what this thing is about work and how you come to work every day. And this is your workplace, this is your work environment, and this is how we get out. And when MJ may throw some jabs at you, I'm your big brother, I take that jab. And now, yeah, brother, we ready to come at your ass. Let's go. And it wasn't going to be no thing where we going to have any type of clicks in this thing. Yeah, you the big money maker, but inside this little thing that we call practice, it's a hierarchy, and it's one motherfucker, and that's Phil Jackson. You feel me?
I mean, you played with him. I mean, is that pretty much accurate what I said about Craig?
I mean, shit. When Pete Myers, I was in Chicago. Pete Myers was the only. I tell everybody to this day, Pete Myers was the only guy you talk shit to Jordan every day in practice. Every day, Pete Myers, Tim Norton, one of my best friends, Pete Myers, every day in practice, you tell MJ, you always lace them shoes up real tight, 23. Because Pete Myers, I tell everybody, Pete Myers might have made him better than what he was because Pete Myers was a 6'6" guy. He could move and he can defend. So basically, when he got to that challenge in the game, he seen this every day in practice. A guy mobile, 6'6". He knew how to get up under you, know how to move right to left just enough to get his shot off. So basically, he was training through Pete Myers for the guys when he got into the court. Remember he came back in LA, we played in the bubble, how he said all the guys he was playing against that next year in the bubble, all the wing guys, and then the bubble from that Space Jam. So all them guys was in the bubble. So, it was playing every day. So he studied these guys, all the twos, all the threes. So basically, that was a summer of getting back acclimated with guys, wing guys on the court. But, I mean,
I mean, you were in the documentary. I mean, how do you think you were portrayed in it?
I wasn't portrayed in a bad way. I mean, my job wasn't ever a job, that you can, all I do is show up and do what I do. Like score 20 points, 10 points, 15 rebounds. My job is to be consistent and hold the paint down or whatever. Some guys get caught into their own emotion. That's what I think, a lot of guys, But a lot of these guys on that championship team, I think they give them a lot of credit, ain't that good. But since they was on the team, they hyping them up. But I think it was overblown in some ways. Some guys, even though Steve Kerr hit some shots here and there, Scotty probably feel like he was throwing the bus a couple of times. Horace. But like I tell them guys, y'all played with these guys 5 or 6 years. I mean, it wasn't like, he was saying whatever he said on TV, he was saying it in person too. He might not say it a lot, but I don't know. I guess it was good to watch for people being in the house for 2 months doing nothing. And it came out at the perfect time. It had a lot of attention. The number was high. You know, people got to see another side of, well, I guess they think another side of Michael, but like I said, I've been around him 30-something years. And, you know, he always talked trash, but, you know, he limit his trash. You know, it's according to who he talk to, you know. Some people he talk more to, some people he talk less to. So, you know, when he talk a lot to you, you got to step to him. You don't step to him, you got to blame yourself.